All right, continuing on with the year that was in film 1981, Stripes is every bit the Bill Murray formula played to irreverent, messy, and playful exuberance. The Private Benjamin of its year, this would be the irresponsible slacker version of that, and the second leading role for Murray after Meatballs that shows that, at least for him, sloth was a funny concept that was worth repeating. John Winger is a Kentucky cab driver who doesn't take shit from anyone, particularly the obnoxious patron he leaves in the cab on a bridge in a scene where he decides to quit and join the army. His girlfriend has left him and he needs a new lot in life, but as his buddy Russell, played by Harold Ramis, points out,
Think you're ready for the Special Olympics.
both men wind up enlisting, where we get numerous scenes of training montage slapstick, highlighted by scenes of Winger and Russell thumbing their noses at the authority figures like Warren Oates' hard-ass drill sergeant Holka. I still think the best joke here, though, is where the army recruiter asks the guys if they're homosexuals. The response is hilarious and is the pointed political commentary on the army at the time.
We're not homosexual, but we are willing to learn.
But there's not a lot of that in Stripes, which is way more interested in rounding the bases of smut, debauchery, and bad behavior than making any type of point. It's a movie where director Ivan Reitman lets Murray go off on any sarcastic tangent he wants, but also strains in going from one place to another in order to find comic situations that produce a good laugh here and there, but never really sustained one. The relaxed, loosey-goosey tone takes the guys from basic training to a bar mud wrestling event to a fun little dalliance with some lady MPs where Murray turns on PJ Souls by pretending she's a pancake. The first two-thirds is very improvisational, I'd say always more amusing than consistently funny, but with Murray skirting authority and showing his hangdog charm and smug wit, the movie usually is in decent hands. That all kind of falls apart in the third act, though. The flippancy of Murray and Ramis works fine over the first two-thirds, but gets lost once the guys go on this last European mission. There's just enough seriousness to it to the point where laughs mostly dry up, and we're watching something that almost feels like it should be in a different movie. It is mostly Murray's film, but there's a good supporting cast here, especially Ramis, who plays off Murray better than anybody and looks like a little bit fatter Howard Stern. John Candy also gets a plum role as the fat recruit who wants to use the army to lose some weight. He gets to battle like six hot chicks in a mud wrestling arena in a funny scene that makes you jealous. Of the recruits, are all different types, like a psycho guy played by Conrad Dunn, the dim guy played by Miami Vice's John Dale, who plays off Candy so well here, and then there's the pothead played by Judge Reinhold, all of which they get good scenes. And then there's John Larroquette, who can't show up anywhere without an audience immediately surmising he's going to be playing the funny prick of a villain. And lo and behold, the next scene, he's using binoculars to stare into the women's shower. Though it was the 80s, so even good guys did that, or so I've been taught. If nothing else, Stripes would establish the Murray persona of the laid back guy who's also the smartest guy in the room. And for both he, Ramis, and Reitman, it would be a step in the right direction after Meatballs in how to play that just right. As Ghostbusters was another step up from both of those. As hangout movies go, you could do a lot worse than this one. That's why I'm going B, guys. But that is my opinion. Love to hear yours. Let me know down below there. Also, if you could, click that like button, click that subscribe button, and I do hope to see you back next time. I thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.